and until I can end this 10.5 hour stream, and that is find our Longplay vote. So, Yui is, I swear, going to end someday, but we managed to finish up Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that means it's time to vote on the next Longplay, which means I need to find which Longplay games there are. I think these are all strategy or management themed, so we've had a lot of things diverging from both of those lately. So, can I find them? Potentially. Vote images? That seems about right. Yeah, this seems like the right one, I think. So ill-prepared here. That's okay though. I'll just say that it was Doom knocking the life out of me, which it certainly did. I had so much fun in today's weekly one-shot. It's almost criminal. Okay, I think we almost have something resembling a working solution here. Is that going to work? That looks like it works to me. Okay, so we have these 5 games that are up for vote, and whichever one wins this vote is going to be our next long play. Before we start casting our votes, let's remind ourselves what people have said about them as they've been submitted. If I can find them on the long play submissions list. Goodness, I'm running out of steam, and I'm out of water, or I'm about to be. Okay, so we got Urtuk, the Desolation. It is a turn-based tactical strategy game submitted by Zingus, and they say it's basically Battle Brothers, but without the frustrating RNG. Also, the combat is, in my humble opinion, even deeper than in Battle Brothers. Now, I do quite like Battle Brothers, but I don't think I can ever play it again because of that frustrating RNG. I finished the campaign, and that was that. No more standing there, miss. In any case, this is estimated to be a 20-hour run? Don't know what to make of that. King Louis puts in Transport Fever 2, which tried and failed before on the vote. It's a business simulation game. It is a game about money, trains, and economic chains. Very similar to first Transport Fever, however, it's a bit easier to make money besides the campaign mode, which I'll probably ignore, let's be honest, these things don't tend to have good campaign modes. The game offers a very nice map editor and lots of maps in the Steam Workshop. I'd like to play on some real-world maps on this. Hard to really know what the end point of such a run would be, but it's there. By the way, if somebody could put a ping out that the vote is about to start, that would be great. For the people in Discord who are just hang around and don't watch the streams, well, more power to them. Factory Town, automation game. Build, automate, and optimize a giant factory in 3D terrain using conveyor belts, trains, chutes, pipes, and airships. Sell your goods to nearby villages to expand their borders, increase happiness, and unlock even better tech. Looks like some more primitive Factorio. I don't know where this description came from, but apparently I wrote it in. I'm the one that put Factory Town on the list, but don't let that sway your vote. Merchant puts in They Are Billions. It's got city building, economy, and strategy. You rule with an iron fist, send soldiers to their deaths on a constant basis. What's not to love? What's not to love is that it's an RTS. But it's quite an enjoyable RTS, as long as you don't play the garbage campaign mode. We had it on stream before. I think it was a Patreon game or a punishment game, one or t'other. And I quite liked it, so it's making a return here on the long play candidacy. And finally, there's Mars Horizon. Is this its debut? Perhaps it is. Edrai put this one forward, says it's a strategy economic light puzzle game. Memorable moments like when your manned moon rocket explodes and the Chinese get there first when you lament how expensive your failure was is a good idea for it to be a long play. More seriously, it's a management sim first and foremost with some light puzzle elements. Gameplay is mostly planning and stretching your tiny budget to stay ahead, or just to keep up in the space race. Seems pretty bland. Seems pretty on brand. No, it doesn't seem pretty bland. For the channel, it gave me great vibes for what it's worth. It says Edrai. Estimates it's 12 to 20 hours. Amayu is sitting there laughing at such tiny amounts. In any case, which of these 5 is it going to be? You are going to be the one to decide. We're going to start a poll for it. Now, this is always a bit flow breaking because I do all this preamble and then I actually have to type up the poll. I can't just prep it, sadly. Maybe someday Twitch will add such tools, but I'm sure they're busy trying to dig themselves out of other situations. Right, next long play will be, and what is this? Urtuk. Transport Fever 2. I always spell one of these wrong when I put it in. Factory Town, which I didn't spell Factroy this time. They Are Billions. And Mars Horizon. Okay, there it is. There's Mars Horizon. Can fix that though. Right. Let's say one viewer, one vote, but not quite. All those vote swingers that you just won, you can put to good use swinging said vote. And some people have walked away with a whole bunch of them, haven't they? Right. This is going up for 3 minutos. Now here's the fun part for me. Usually it boils down to a 2-horse race, occasionally a 3-horse race, and it depends which one comes out lightning fast. It tends to gather momentum around it. And that means people that hesitate on their vote tend to be left in the dust. Then again, if you go in fast and lose hard, that's a lot of points down the drain. What kind of backer are you? Let's start that vote. Also, it'd be handy if we could actually see the vote, so if we can just get that on stream. There we go, yet again, unprepared entirely. Okay, coming out, oh my, everything other than Factory Town is blazing away. Urtuk and Transport Fever struggling a bit. They are Billions in Mars Horizon. Oh, this is the 3-horse race. I'm surprised Transport Fever gasped and died out as soon as it did, but it did. Well, I'd be hard-pressed to place this one. Mars Horizon, even though it's coming out of the blue here, has surprisingly large backing. They are Billions, though. I'm surprised. They are Billions crashed and died on this vote before, but here it is coming back strong. Back from the dead, I dare to say. Maybe it's a zombie theming, coupled with having just run Doom 2, I don't know. Perhaps you know. If you have an idea, let me know in chat. What is it? Come on, Anarchy Lobby. Make the first and second place tie. Ah, that's a good thing to mention. If there is a tie at the top place, the next one gets it. In a hypothetical situation where they are Billions and Mars Horizon ties, Urtuk is the next long play. If Urtuk, Billions, and Horizons all tied, it would be Transport Fever. That's alright, I'm not afraid to make the least popular one the winner here, if you can't come to a concise decision between yourselves. Doom and State of Decay brings out the hunger for generic zombie theming, says Killing Moon. Looking forward to coming back to State of Decay, but it needs to be harder. Gotta look into that. They are Billions pulling ahead, it's got a good 30+ vote advantage. Still feeling the burn from Doom. I can't believe I lost it. It looked so good, and then I think it was at barrels level that really started killing me. And okay, let's not dwell on that. We've got a vote to look at here. That tie system is the best and most Jake voting system imaginable. Just like to be fair, right? If we can't get a clear winner, then the next one in line works. It's like having Succession, and you've got 2 siblings who are really at each other's throats for it and really ambitious. And they just end up killing each other. Well, then the useless third guy that nobody even thought would be a contender for the throne just saunters on over and takes it. And that could be Urtuk if Mars Horizon manages to rally. At the final half a minute, they are trying to rally. They're building up their votes, but they are Billions keeping a safe distance of 20, now 30 votes on them. The best you can do when you can't throw anyone into the airlock, says Zombie Ant. Probably regarding they are Billions. Theoretically, what happens if a five-way tie occurs, says Lord Kitten. I don't have a contingency plan for that, and it's almost certainly not going to happen. It would be quite funny, but I cannot imagine that happening. If that does happen, then I've got no idea. Well, maybe something to think about. In any case, it won't be something to think about right now. They Are Billions has secured this vote. They're 40 ahead, and I don't see a sudden push for Mars Horizon. So, well, Merchant, who put forward this RTS for the channel, They Are Billions will be the next long play. I probably should have mentioned what I see this long play being. I'm going to play through maps in increasing levels of difficulty, because I'm not particularly good at the game, and I certainly suck at RTSs. But ramping up in difficulty and playing through the maps sounds like a good way to do it. I'm certainly not touching that god-awful campaign. Hopefully that was hinted at before the voting started, lest you wasted your votes on seeing what you hoped was a great campaign playthrough for They Are Billions. It's really bad. I don't know what it is with RTS games and god-awful campaigns, but They Are Billions springs to mind, that dungeon game springs to mind. Nasty stuff. Okay, it's been the guts of 11 hours, 10 and a half in fact. Hell of a run. I had a great time. I hope you did too, but frankly it doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm going to be very hungry tomorrow morning and prowling about the mean streets of Stockholm, desperate for something or someone to eat. Ah! Dark Lord Bane insists that we do not finish up right now. He wants answers. He wants to know who financed the vote. I like the way you're thinking there. Let's find out, shall we? Perhaps he thinks something foul was afoot. Alright, I'll humor you. I will certainly humor you. I like the way you're thinking here. Just give me 2 ticks to bring it up. Because it's certainly not capturing what I want it to capture. Let's get rid of that. Bring in this. I've been streaming for years and years and years. This is still amateur hour every damn time. Let's call it votes results. Misspell it horribly. And bring it. Whoa. No need to see my degenerate favorites bar there. Live journal, you say? Okay, I think here we go. Let's have the reveal. Because the wonderful thing about the voting is, some people's votes carry a little heavier than others, don't they? Nothing foul in bankrolling, I say, says Zombie. Well, it's a good way to put those vote swingers to use, right? You win them, but what are you going to do with them? Sure, you can save up for a dictator, or you can point dump like a real winner. But really, it's about breaking everything now. Breaking it all. There we go. So, who indeed bankrolled this? Let's look at that vote breakdown. Tyrion and Tin Shadow are getting into this. Tyrion, you know my price for Dominions 5 Saturday making a return. So, let's start from the bottom. Factory Town had 13 votes from 9 different voters, so it wasn't pumped and dumped hard. It was Olwen who wanted to see Factory Town, and it's so sad they're all alone. I can only imagine them going, finally! Factory Town, I really wanted to see Jake stream it, and he's just crushed under the weight of 98% of the rest of the people. That's sad. Not as sad as Sunaj doing a points dump, though. That's cool. Okay, now we're talking. Transport Fever 2 had some backers. Tarthur, Freby, Spix, Flawn, Lieutenant Schneider, HNR, QB, and Sergeant Stens. A sergeant and a lieutenant backing this one. Okay, well that's 50 votes from 35 people. Urtuk, 95 votes. Now we're really stepping up from 74 voters. And who was it? Baron. Why did Baron want it? I'm suddenly very suspicious of Urtuk now. Maybe Baron was just really excited after being featured so prominently in today's weekly one-shot. Darko, Zeb, 6 Feet, Persona 3, Foreign Bob, Dopit, and Bozo. All getting in on that. How about Mars Horizon, the one that really gave the Billions a run for their money? Radu. Okay, this is where you start seeing the pumping and the dumping. 105 voters compared to 74 here, and yet it's triple the size. That's because of the channel points being dumped in. Look at that, 500,000 right there. Radu went the Bits way. Amuro, Mr. Birdplane, Worm, No Katile, Glowshout, Motene, often abbreviated, Dark Lord Urk, and even more Radu, all wanted not Urtuk, Mars Horizon, but they were bested by 31 fewer voters who were backing They Are Billions. Love this system, I do. So, who were these devilish onsorts? It's Tin Shadow, Umber, RJ Finchy, Ploppy Avara, Kaiser. Not happy enough running the Roost in State of Decay 2, he's also ruining the Roost with They Are Billions. Timur, Ufnab, Tabby, and Kakantes. And on top of that, Tyrion insisted that we have RTS on the channel. Tyrion was going all out. He insisted that there be billions. And he comes in to say oligarchy is the natural evolution of democracy. I can't help but agree, because if Mars Horizon wanted it, they would have voted for it. They had the numbers. But you know, you gotta keep the masses in their place and let the proletariat get any ideas. Okay, that is it. That is well and truly it. It's been a long stream. It's been a really fun stream. And sooner or later, I will slot in that punishment game, Alpha Centauri. I think I already own it on GOG. Ah, that's a lot of talking. It's been great.